Dear student, in previous class, I was discussing regarding the how to construct the signal flow graph for the given electrical network, and then how to apply the Mason's-Gain formula with an example. I have discussed in previous session. In today's class, now I'm going to discuss how to construct the signal flow graph. How to construct the signal flow graph for the algebraic equations. So if algebraic equations are given, then how to construct the signal flow graph for these algebraic equations, then how to construct the signal flow graph for the algebraic equation, and then how to find the overall gain. The overall gain means x5 of s divided by the x1 of s by using Mason's gain formula. Now, in order to construct the signal flow graph for the given algebraic equation, here we should follow the left hand side of each equation. These are the left hand side of each equation denotes the nodes of the system, and also the quantities on the right hand side of each equation is the input to the corresponding node. Input to the corresponding node on the RHS input to the LHS of the equation. Now, what is the procedure we need to follow? Here, the left hand side. Here, the left hand side of each equation represents a node, the quantity on the right hand side input to that corresponding nodes on LHS. Now these are the nodes x2, x3, x4, and x5. Here the left hand side of the variables. Here the left LHS of each equation represents the nodes of the system. The quantities on the right hand side. The right hand side is the input to the corresponding nodes. Based on this principle, we go for writing the signal flow graph. Now, what are the nodes here? These are the nodes x2, x4, x3, x4. These are the nodes. Therefore, we need to identify which are the nodes. Here, the nodes are x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. These denotes the nodes. These denotes the nodes of the system. Therefore, nodes of the system. How many nodes? X1, X2, X3, X4, and X5. Therefore, there are 5 nodes. Now, consider the equation. Consider the equation 1. At node X2, now what are the inputs? So, the input to the, here, this is the node. Now, what is the input to this particular node? The input to this particular node is, this is the first input. Therefore, from the node x1, there is a signal from the node x1. The gain of the branches A12, A32, these are the gain of the branches. So, therefore, this is the gain. A12 is the gain. A12 is the gain of the branches. So, the gain of the branches is A12. A12 into x1 is the first signal. Similarly, there is a signal from the node x3. Here there is x3, and there is a feedback signal from node x3. Now this is gain of this particular branch A3, A3, 2. Similarly, there is another quantity. This is from the node x4. Therefore, we need to consider the another signal from the node x4. The gain of this particular branch is from A44, A4 to from this node, fourth node to second node. Now this A4 to A32 and A12, these are the gain of this particular branches. So similarly, there is another quantity from the node X5. Therefore, this is the another loop. What is the gain of this particular A52? A52 is the gain of the node. Therefore, we have constructed the signal graph for this particular equation. Similarly, consider the equation X3. Now, LHS is the node. The LHS on the each equation represents the node. The quantities on the right hand side of the each equation denotes the input of this corresponding node. Therefore, corresponding node, what is the signal at this particular node? A23 from the X2. From this is the X2 node. What is the gain? Here there is a signal at this particular node X3. There is a signal from X2 node along with the gain A23. Now similarly, consider the another equation 3. Now what are the LHS is the nodes, therefore X2, X4 node. Now what are the signal from the node X3 and this come from the node X4. Therefore the here X4, the input of the X4 node is from the X3 node. Then what is the gain? Now this is the gain A34. And now what is the another the same node on the same node, the signal A44 from the same node, the signal from the same node, this can be written like this. This is A44 from the node 44, A44. Now what is the signals at the node X5? A5, A4, 5, A4, 5, A4, 5 from X4 node. And also similarly, there is another signal from the X3 node. Now this is the another signal from the node X3, A3, 5. This is the way of constructing the signal flow graph if some algebraic equations are given. If some algebraic equations are given, then how to construct a signal flow graph? By based on the principle. Left-hand side of the each equation represents the node. The quantities on the right-hand side of the equations input to the corresponding node. Based on this principle, consider the each node and write the signals coming to this particular node. This is how we go for constructing the signal flow graph for the given algebraic equation. In the next step, once we know this signal flow graph, once we draw the signal flow graph, then we can easily calculate the overall gain x5 of s divided by x1 of s by using Mason's gain formula. By applying the Mason's gain formula, we can easily find out the overall gain of the system. Now, in the next step, we go for writing the Mason's gain formula, and then we go for calculating the forward path. So, forward path gain, so loop gain, so non-touching combination. So, gains product of the non-touching loop, delta k. Then if I substitute those values in the Mason's gain formula, that gives the overall gain of this particular signal flow particular system represented in the form of signal flow graph. Once we construct the signal flow graph for the given algebraic equation, now write the formula, Mason's-Kane formula, in order to calculate the overall gain or transfer function x5 of s by x1 of s. We need to write the first step is to write the formula for calculating, write the Mason's-Kane formula. By using Mason's-Kane formula, we can calculate the overall gain of the system. Now, Mason's-Kane formula state that the overall gain of the system or transfer function x5 of s output divided by the x1 of s is the input. These are the algebraic equation. This is also x2 of s. This is also x3 of s, x4 of s. So by default, I have written x4 of x4, x3, and x2 like that. But you assume this is the x5 of s. So this is the x1 of s. So the output of the system to the input of the system gives the overall gain of the system. Here, the overall gain can be calculated by Mason's-Kane formula. The Mason's-Kane formula states that the 1 hour delta is equal to sum of Pk into delta K. Now, what is the Pk? Pk means kth forward path, gain of the kth forward path. That indicates K is equal to number of forward path. And this, after observing this particular graph, there are two forward paths. So the first forward path start from the node x1 of SO and ends at the node output node x5 of SO without crossing any node more than. This is the main forward path. So this one is the x1 of S starts from input node x1 of SO, go to the x2 of SO, go through the x3 of SO, x4 of SO, x5 of S, the first forward path. So that is the one. Now another one is goes to the node from starting from the input node, goes to the forward path means starting from the input node, it will goes to the output node without crossing any node more than one. Therefore, starts from x1 node, it goes to the x2 node, x3 node, and after x3, it goes to the x5 of SO via the, this is the another forward path. So this is the another forward path. So therefore, I have written number of forward path is equal to 2. Therefore, the here go for k is equal to 1 and 2. If it is 2, k varies from 1 and 2. Therefore, the k is equal to 1 and 2. If I remove the summation, when k is equal to 1, no 1 over delta as it is. So when k is equal to 1, no p1 no, p1 no, delta 1 no. Similarly, p2 k is equal to 2, p2 delta 2. Now P1 and P2 are the gains of the forward paths first and second respectively, and delta is the determinant of the graph. So delta 1 or delta 2 are the is the determinant of the graph with respect to the forward path 1 and 2 respectively. The next step of calculating the overall gain of the system by using Mason's-Kane formula is calculate the P1 and 2 P2 is nothing but the forward path. So the forward path gain. So the next step, we go for calculating the forward path gains. In step second, we go for calculating the forward path gains or gains of the forward paths. Need to, in this particular step, we need to identify the number of forward path from the graph and then try and calculate the forward path gains. Now there are two forward paths. Here after observing from the graph, there are two forward paths. First forward path starts from the x1 node, goes to the x2 node, x3 node, x35, x5. This is the path of the first forward path. Therefore, the forward path gain is nothing but the product of the branch transmittance. So need to multiply the forward path gain means first one for gain of the forward path 1 means the product of branch gains of the branch. The product of the gains of the branches gives the forward path. So therefore, we need to multiply A12, A22, A23, A34, and A4, 5 is the gain of the first forward path. Similarly, there is another path start from X2 node, X1 node, X2 node, X3 node via the A3, 5 and X5. This is the second forward path. So therefore, the second forward path gain is multiplication of the branch transmittance. So A12, A23, and A35 is the gain of the second forward path. There are only two forward paths. Now these are not a forward path. So because the branch arrow direction must be same. Forward path ಅನ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ನೋಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ನೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು without crossing any node more than one. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ the branch arrow direction must be same ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇದು this particular path and also this path are in the same direction arrow. Some other here, if I go to the from X1 node, X2 node, X3, X3 node, and X4 node. If I go to the A4, 4, once again we go for reaching the same node X4 and X5. This is not a forward path because it is once we crossing the X4 node, once again we crossing the same node. The forward path means is a path starting from the input node, ends at the output node without crossing any node more than one. So here X4 node ಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್, ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Similarly, this is also not a forward path ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. Why these are because the branch arrow direction must be same ಇಲ್ಲ, opposite ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Opposite ಆಗಿ ಬರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, there are only two forward path. So we have calculated the forward path gain also. In the next step, you need to identify the loops from the graph, and after identification of the loops from the graph, you need to gain the loop gains. That step is you need to identify the forward loops and find the gains of the loop. In the next step, we go for calculating the individual loop gains. In step 3, we go for calculating the individual loop gains. In step 3, we go for calculating from the after inspection of the graph. We go for identification of the after inspection from the graph. We found that there are 5 loops. There are 5 loops. The loop 1 is, this is the loop 1 and this is the L2. First loop starts from X2 node, X3 node, comes to the same node. Loop is a closed path, starts at ends at the same node. Similarly, X2 node, X3 node, X4 node again comes to the, that is this another loop. This is the outer loop. X2 node, X3 node, it goes to the X4 node, X5 node via the this particular branch. That is the another loop. And this is also another loop. Start from X4 node, comes to the same node. And another important loop from the graph is this identification of this particular loop is very important. Start from the node X2. The node X2, it will go to the X3 node via the A35 and X5 node. And this is the X5 node and comes to the same node. Now these are the 5 loops. So now once we find out the various loops, we need to find out the loop gains. The loop gains is nothing but the product of the branches of the loop. The product of the gains product of this particular loop is the loop gain. So gain of the loop 1 is indicated by P11 no, is equal to A23 into A34. Similarly, the gain of the L2 loop is P2, that denoted by P22, P23 and P34, P55 by the loop gain. So now gain of the loop is P22, the product of the branch A23, A34 and A42. Similarly, gain of the loop 3 denoted by P33, and this is the A23 into A34, A5 into the A54. Similarly, we go for calculating this loop gain and also the another loop. This is the L5 loop. We need to calculate the L5 loop gain. Now, what is the gain of the loop? The gain of the loop 4 and 5. The loop 4 and 5. The gain of the loop 4 is denoted by P44. The value of P44 is the A44. This is only branch. Similarly, the gain of the loop indicated by P55. What is the value? This is the product of this branch transmittance. So therefore, this is the A23. So A23. This into this is A23. This into A35, A35, and A52. A52. This is the gains of the loop 5. Oh, this is the way we go for calculating the loop gain. So then next step we go for identification of the non-touching loop combinations. How many non-touching loops or combinations are present in this particular loop? Oh, here the L1 is not touching to the L4. Oh, similarly, the L4 is not touching to the L5. Oh, there are two combinations of non-touching. Oh, in the after identification of non-touching combination. So we go for calculating the gains product of the non-touching loops in step 4. In this particular step, we go for calculating the gains product of two non-touching loops. We need to identify the non-touching loops, so two non-touching loop combinations, and then find the gains product. So after identification of the two non-touching loops, so need to multiply the gains of the non-touching loop. That gives the gains product of the two non-touching loops combination. So here there are two combinations. So there are two combinations of two non-touching loops. So therefore the first combinations of two non-touching loop is L1 and L4O. This is the L1, this is the L4O. Therefore, the L1 and L2, this is the L1 loop, does not have the common node O. The loops are said to be non-touching. So that if the does not contains the common node O, here X4 node O, X3 node O is not touching to the X3 node O. Therefore, the non-touching loop combination first O. Similarly, there is another combination. So loop for L4 and L5. This is the L4 and it's not touching to the L5 also. That is the another combinations of non-touching loop. So therefore, the first combinations of two non-touching loops are L1 and L2. We go for calculating the gains product of the non-touching loop L1 and L4 is denoted by is denoted by this is the P14O. The P is the gain. This one is the for the loop L1. This is 4 for the indicate the loop 4. Therefore, this is equal to what is the loop gain of the this L1 A23 into A34O. That's the A23 into A32. Similarly, what is the gain of this A44? We need to multiply this loop gain and this loop gain. That gives the gains product of the non-touching loop. So similarly, we go for calculating the another loop gain, another combination. So second combinations of non-touching loops. Second combinations of two non-touching loops are loop 4 and loop 5O. Now this is the loop 4O. The outer loop is this is the loop 5O. We need to gain the gains product of the loop 4 and loop 5O. The gain product of non-touching loops L4 and L5 is now this is the P45. The gain is denoted by P. In P4 is the loop 4O. This 5 is the suffix indicates the 5 loop O. Therefore, the product means this loop P44 into P55O. Need to multiply the gains of the loops, gains of the loop 4 and 5O. The gains of the loop 4 is A44O. The gain of the loop 5 is A23 into A35O, A52. Now this is the second loop combination. So non-touching, two touching loop combinations. So there is no three non-touching combinations. So here After inspection from the graph, there is there is no combinations of three non-touching loops. So therefore, we need to calculate the in next step. Oh, we go for calculating the determinant of the graph. Oh, the determinant of the graph is indicated by the delta, and delta k is the calculation of the next step. Oh, in this particular step, I'm going for calculating the delta value. Delta means determinant of the graph. So we know that delta is equal to sum of individual loop gains plus sum of gains product of the two non-touching loops. So therefore, here need to calculate the sum of the individual loop gains. So we have calculated the sum of the loop gains in we need to calculate. We have calculated the individual loop gains in step 3. Those values we need to substitute here. P11, P22, P33, P44, P55 are the individual loop gains. So we need to substitute those values here. Similarly, you have to substitute the sum of gains product of the two non-touching loops. So this is also calculated in the previous stage. Therefore, the previous step, those value we need to calculate it. The gains product of the two non-touching loops is first and 4 is loop 1 and loop 4 is P1 4 were calculated in previous step. So this also calculated those value you have to substitute. That gives the delta value. In the next step, I go for calculating the the delta k value. The delta k means so if the determinant of the graph with respect to the kth forward path. Kth forward path, there are two forward path. Now what is the value of delta 1 with respect to the forward path first, and also delta 2 with respect to the forward path 2, that can be calculated in next step. In step 6, we go for calculating the delta k. Here there are two forward paths, therefore k is equal to 2. When k is equal to 1, no, delta 1 is equal to delta. Therefore, what is the value of the delta 1 can be calculated similar way of calculating the delta, but part of the graph which is not touching to the first forward path. By considering the first forward path, all the part of the graph is touching to the first forward path. There is no need to calculate here. Therefore, the delta 1 is equal to delta. What is delta? 1 minus sum of individual loop is 0. Similarly, sum of gains product is also gains product of two non-touching loop is also 0. Therefore, the 1 is the value. Similarly, when k is equal to 2, delta 2 can be calculated by considering the second forward path. If I considering this is the second forward path, now what is this is the only the loop which is not touching to the second forward path. Therefore, the 1 minus the delta 2 can be calculated similar way of calculating the delta by 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 considering this part of the graph only. Therefore, if I considering this part of the graph, now what is the delta 1 minus in this particular graph, 1 minus only one loop. There is 1 minus this loop gain is A44. There is no gain product. Therefore, is equal to 0. The value of this delta 2 is equal to 1 minus A44. This is the way of calculating the delta k. The calculation of delta k is very important to observe the which is the not touching to the forward path. So that part, considering that part, then we go for calculating the delta k value. So you have to remember these things. This is the very important this particular problem. This is also asked in the previous paper. So you have to go through. The next step, we go for calculating the overall gain x5 of s divided by the x1 of s. So in x1 of s. Last step, we go for substituting the all the values. We have calculated P1, P2, delta 1 or delta 2, delta value. If I substitute the various values calculated from step 1 to step 7, then it gives the overall value of the overall gain or overall transfer function of the given system represented in the form of signal flow graph. This is also very important to have to go through the another problem I have discussed in the class note. So I have to go through the another problem also. I'm going to discuss in next class onwards. I'm going to discuss the another topic of the control system is state space analysis or time response of a system. Thank you for listening.